But live Tuohey,
literally breaking out.
BSOK, dude.
Literally breaking out, like breaking out of day one's highs.
No way.
Whoa.
How much volume did it trade day one? Because it looks like today's volume is already more.
Wow, that is a crazy one.
Dude, it only traded 35 million that first day. We're up to 47 already.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning.
Today's a day of madness. Lots of stocks again. Got a couple shorts. We'll talk about those in a second. VLCN is pure madness. Huge run up, faded, trap shorts, very similar to what was yesterday's NUWE? Yeah, very similar to that. And then they had no news, drop news at 9 a.m. or a little before, I guess, 8:55, and we just blasted off. I mean, we were 26 to 59 in like 30 seconds, which is insane. They did a $500 million Bitcoin treasury. You're probably like, you guys have Bitcoin treasury play every day? We do. I don't know what to say. That is the crazy hot theme right now. Every company wants to own Bitcoin. So, yeah, pretty nutty. This one, it's already up 300%. With that said, it's a super low floats. There are $500 million offerings at $10 a share. I mean, lately, like BM&R, right? They did theirs for reference at $4 a share. And we're still at 47. So BM&R has some good players, but honestly, VLCN, like they partner with some legit firms. They mentioned Gemini in their PR. They mentioned Clear Street, which is a really big Wall Street broker. So I'm not saying it's legit and it's going to run, but it's definitely got some crazy potential. So I don't know. Shorts definitely got absolutely cremated. The question is, are there any left? Are they already attacking again? Because, I mean, that moves nuts. So VLCN, keep on our radar. Bryce and I started the day talking about BSOK, which this one's interesting too, because again, no news on this stock, but we've got a 10-day chart up here. You can see it ran last week, and we're over most of those highs, with the exception of some pre-market action. And we've already traded more volume than that day. So, yeah, I wish I knew why this was running a little bit more, because then I'd be a little more confident in the long. But we've just spent the last 2 hours building up a ton of support. So, definitely a little bullish on that one. BTCS, this breakout's definitely challenging. It seems like the move happens overnight every single time, but it's working. So anyone who held on to the BTCS from yesterday's, we'll see if we continue going on higher here. And I got Lucid, which is a larger stock. It's, $10 billion company. Honestly, pretty terrible daily chart, but they did partner with Uber this morning, which caused a big spike in the news. I mean, that could be a game changer for the company. So we will see. Lucid is not going to probably give us 100% move, but it might give us something where it's just like a very consistent, nice trend where we go up 20, 30%. And there's nothing wrong with that trade. So that's what we got.
Yeah. I've got one or two more here. Just one to keep an eye on. I like the potential that CYCC offers. It's still pretty extended. We call this the third day surge setup. I like it more so, I think, over that $9 area, kind of that pre-market high. Do I see this breaking out? Probably not. But I wouldn't be shocked if this thing got some momentum to it to see 12 to 14. But that's a big if for now. It's more of just something to keep an eye on. If we start pushing through that $9 area, I'll be looking for a long on it. And also TDTH is another one that I just want to keep. That's all right. It looks okay. Gapping up over yesterday's close, but still under yesterday's highs. So we'll see what that can offer. That was a pretty strong wick. So I'm a little. I would want to see it holding like 110, 120 for a potential breakout. But for now, that's just another one of those ones I'm keeping an eye on. No plan until we can hold first. I think this morning, Matt and I were talking. I wouldn't be shocked if we started seeing some dip and rips on some of these day one moves. VLCN, BSLK. I think these are ones that if they can just prove to hold their current ranges, could be really good long opportunities. I
like it. You want to talk about SBET and Open as well?
Yeah, SBET and Open both are on watch for what we call first red days. So the little bearish on these just have had some pretty extended runs. SBET, to be fair, while today does kind of look to be the day finally, it's been struggling. It's been trying to do like a first red day for a lot of days now, and it'll gap up, dip down. So for this one, this is going to be one that I really do just wait for it to go red. Unless we start getting a quick hard pop out of the gates, I might take a small position. But once this goes under that 37, 38 level, that's where I'd look to start hammering. Open on the other hand, Open's a little crazier because this is a $1.5 billion company that's up, what is it, like 300% over the last couple of days?
Yeah.
And it's gapping up quite aggressively. So a morning spike on this one, I'd be looking to probably take a small position, risking that 220 pre-market high. But neither of them are really close to their red level yet. So I'm going to be a little bit patient for full size.
BTOG, did it hold up? It did. It did come back. They just did a $500 million Dogecoin treasury. So I don't know if that's the best choice in treasury, but this definitely has a pretty good long-term chart in terms of like the last month or so. This is definitely flirting with a big potential breakout. But like I said, Dogecoin is kind of laughable.
What are you talking about, Matt? Laughable? Are you kidding me?
Well, maybe we break out. So I don't want to stab this out of the gates, but if we start getting above 44, if we especially start getting above 48, 49, 50, that definitely could be a trade. Maybe not this morning while we're on the stream, but maybe this afternoon, because typically breakout trades, they do work in the morning, but the best ones on the big picture breakouts work really well in the afternoon. J-Red says it's been saucy pre-market. It has. Not a ton. It was weird because there wasn't like any news on any stock until like 30 minutes ago. So like we just had kind of these random runs and then they did nothing. And now VLCN dropped some news. SBET, obviously, we've been talking about for several days. Lucid had some news. BSLK, still not seeing any news. But yeah. Those are the watches, folks. We got a minute and a half till the open. We'll be answering questions probably in like 20 or 30 minutes if you've got any. In the meantime, I'm going to be focusing. I might not talk a ton today. I apologize in advance because I'm going to be watching SBET pretty closely. I think that's got some really good trade potential for that first green day. But
first red day.
First red day.
Just so people aren't confused.
I know it's like 5 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get but it's tied to Ethereum, and Ethereum's not looking weak. Now, with that said, if Ethereum continues to be strong and this continues to be weak, that is a change in trend for sure. And SBET's gone on a crazy run. It's up like what 200-300% in the last 10 days.
More, I think.
Yeah. So I'm going to be watching that one pretty closely. That's my main focus. Open as well. I wish Open opened more like 110, 115, but we'll see. Yeah, it's game time, folks.
Yes, it is. We have 20 seconds until the market opens. So get your accounts ready. Have some fun. Take good trades.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up ABVE as well. I think it probably fails because it just ran up again into all this resistance, but worth at least keeping an eye on here. So let's see what SBET can do out of the gate. Hopefully it doesn't totally fail. I know a lot of shorts are watching this, so we're already down to sub 38. A little delayed prints here. So if it holds, it definitely could get a bounce. I would definitely rather see like some kind of squeeze out first. There's some big bids just absolutely getting hammered on SBET. There's one at 38, one at 37.98 for 50,000 shares each. So far holding those lows. Open a little crack out of the gate there. Open, honestly, is just, I'm a little uncomfortable because I don't feel like it's up quite enough. It's up a lot, but it would just be so much better if it went up more. To be honest. Just to be honest.
That was wisdomous.
Yeah. Just to be honest. More bids on SBET, but they are smacking them down. It is definitely weak here this morning.
Oh, man. We got, a lot of movement today. A lot of things to keep an eye on.
Yes, indeed. Jobby fell off the cliff. That was the one I told you I wasn't going to watch.
I am currently short that from $16.50.
Yeah, nice entry.
Thank you.
BSLK just fell off a cliff there. Again, no real news, so that's what happens when these don't really have news. The LCN's holding up decently, but it's already up so much. Alex says I'll be trading it. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's one that could just halt up and it's game over.
Open. There's that push. Here comes that push.
Yeah, SBET is cracking. It's below the red green now.
Is it officially red?
It was just a second ago.
Oh, yes.
Definitely next pop, I kind of want to see where we end up.
The question is, can it pop?
Yeah, it just held red green pretty well there, but time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Time will tell. Open, good push. VLCN chopping around in this range that we set pretty much the 30 minutes before the open. So above that range could break out. Below it, obviously, pretty aggressive potential breakdown there. BTCS back over 7. Love to see that. BTAL getting volume. I don't want to touch this, like I said, pretty much till the afternoon, so I'm going to be a little patient. Wint is going again. You, ladies and gentlemen, love Wint.
Matt loves Wint too, though. You like it too. Don't lie. You know, one that we didn't really talk about, but we don't even need to pull up the chart. But Lucid announced a partnership with Uber. That could be one if we start dipping a little bit more out of the open. Could be kind of a longer form dip and rip and just kind of grind higher all day. It was pretty decent news, it seems like. So there's your SBET cracking that red level. Very nice.
VLCN halted
down.
Yeah,
man, that one could get. That one's scary. That one could get really crazy. I don't know if we've seen all that we can see out of it yet.
SBET, great.
Ooh, SBET down $1 a share. Nice.
Yeah, great move there.
It's working better than my jobby.
Oh man, nice SBET.
Nice, very nice. Did you get any of that?
I only got a starter. I hit the red green. I was being patient, waiting for a pop, and sounds like was too patient. Oh man, SBET.
Oh my gosh, I completely missed that one. That sucks. That sucks. What an unwind. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We likely will get a bounce at some point, but I don't even know if we're going to go to red green. Crazy.
That one is that one is crazy.
Open, a bit of a fail there.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine this is the one time that my first red day doesn't work?
Aspect, huge volume on that low day push.
All right, SBET trying to bounce a little bit here. That's a pretty high volume bottom wick there.
Question is, how low will this go?
How low can it go?
Obviously, kind of ran into one of the main support levels right around 35 there yesterday. Let's see how far we crack below. I think 30 is reasonable. That'd be like my home run there target. CYCN's going, Bryce.
CYCC?
Yeah. Some things never change. I'll get to it one of these days, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm repeating for the people watching.
Yeah, for the people watching.
I know what ticker you're talking about. I've been around you long enough. Yeah, it's looking decent. I took some there at like 890, but the risk is super wide on that, unfortunately. But not the end of the world. Just means smaller size, but also wider risk, and I'm also looking for a wider reward. So
we'll circle over Wint. Wint has died every single day it's tried to run, so BTCS, not the strong breakout that you want to see. Open held lows.
Joby is showing a lot of strength, unfortunately for me. That's a pretty strong looking chart. Held that red-green or that green-red level quite well.
VLZN, I'll be interested if they catch this and halt it back up.
Yep.
Because that could be pretty nutty, in my opinion. It's going to on the halt here in like 20 seconds. Let's see how high this SBET bounce goes. Wind's going down. I wish I could say I was surprised. Every time Wind's tried to run, it just gets absolutely slaughtered. So double halt there on VLCN. Yeah.
We do love a good old double halt. BSLK making a little base here under VWAP. I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, BTCS. Not a fan of how that thing's moving. All right. Well, I'm looking to short SBET. So I want to see how high this bounce can go. There's a chance that we don't bounce and it's just super weak. But given that we just based for like good 5-10 minutes, wouldn't surprise me to see us at least try to get up to 37.
Open looking very weak.
Indeed. Yeah, still holding that low a day, which is what, 78?
78 there, yeah. There it is. There's the crack. BSLK, there's that crack. Gosh, SBET looking like it wants to crack too.
Open, I'm not going to be as aggressive on because obviously we're still green. Like, we've got 20 cents to go before we even get close to red. SBET going lower. See if we go to new lows. open more lows. You'll see in 2 minutes until that unhalts. Went is a little pop back. Didn't totally die, but trying.
I gotta say, this is impressive strength for Wind, all things considered.
All things considered, I would agree with you. Come on, S-Bet. Go to 32. Big bid there. Getting demolished at 34.50.
JOBY. I think they trapped all the shorts.
Oh, yeah, just crushed 34.50. I covered a little S-Bet there. I don't like the failed low at daybreak.
They're not making first red days easy this time around.
First red days are never easy for yours truly. Went pretty hard slam there. CVLCN, I'm going to be watching. Where is this thing on halt? $20. That's about. Let's see if you give us any pops higher. Failed low day breaks are not my favorite thing. I'll tell you what. Same with open here. Open right now, just testing that level, but we'll see. Lucid's trying to curl. Like I said, that's could be a good one. Not going to be a huge winner, but just a great news trade. There we go. Unhalted VLCN. Below that support level. That's not usually a good thing.
Unless they just trapped everyone.
That would be something.
That'd be
I don't know how many shorts are truly in this though.
I know.
I think they all got blown out here. Could be wrong.
I'd be inclined to agree with you because if I remember right, borrows were pretty limited on that. So likely everyone who was short already got squeezed out.
Maybe not.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. They're trying
to
halt up. BLCN's halting up. Or trying to.
Whew, yes, it is.
Open's got some big bidders at 178. S-Bet, nice. Finally, some more lows.
S-Bet, very nice. JOBY, that was impressive.
Just watching S-Bet, everybody. Hence the silence a little. Trying to figure out if I should cover some more shares because we can't break lows again. VLCN is going to be something special, I think.
I'm telling you, this one has one of those just crazy. It's got crazy written all over
it. It's got crazy. It's got crazy, that's for sure. That's about. I covered a little more. I don't like how we're failing to break that low a day. BLSK kind of falling off a cliff. Here comes Lucid. I'm a little too distracted with SBET, but Lucid's curling nicely. Again, could definitely see it grinding at least to pre-market highs. Went total failure.
No.
Yeah, we'll talk about Went a little bit. Not surprised by that fail, and I'll explain why here in probably like 10 minutes. CYCC failed. I don't like that.
Yep.
Lucid, nice little creep up grinds on that low risk long idea we were talking about. I did not take it. Like I said, SBET had my focus today. Can't be trading a million stocks at once.
Yeah, I struggle when I'm in more than like 2, maybe 3 positions max. TDTH, super unfortunate. That actually might go red today.
I don't even know if that charts out. TDTH.
It's trying to hold right now, but that's it's a lot weaker than I would have liked to see for a breakout. I can tell you that.
I'll put an alert on her. DTOG failure. Lucid, the risk's pretty clear. Probably like this 285 lows area.
Yep.
BLNC, let's see. Are we on halting? 10 seconds. Two, 1. 40s.
Whew.
Where do we go from here? Next halt's at 45.10. That'd be pretty insane. VLCN's got some of my attention now. Let's see how we hold here.
Yeah, I know. This could be a fun one.
High risk, high reward. 42 was our wall of sellers. Obviously, pretty crazy range.
Oh, that's a lot of weakness right there.
Fake halt down, huh?
Oh, a fake halt down just to go a little bit lower, huh?
This is crazy stock, ladies and gentlemen. Not for the faint of heart.
Not for most people with any kind of heart, actually.
Yeah, if you like longevity, not stress.
I get stressed just watching it, you know? Just looking at it, I feel like I could have some kind of heart failure, but that and the 3 espressos I drank, I don't know.
All right, SBET's bouncing.
SBET is bouncing. That's a tough one, right? Because like now trying to get short into a bounce after it, I mean, it consolidated for 20 minutes there, like struggling to break down lower. That's not what you'd want to see, or what I'd want to see out of a first red day that just works. And to kind of add fuel to the fire, right? Ethereum is strong.
BLCN is not breaking down.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and SBET, I feel like, obviously a lot of shorts want to short this. A lot of them piled in. We didn't break down. We didn't get that follow through. So I kind of feel like the squeeze out might be a little higher than most people think. So I got out of my position there. BLCN, I think is going to do it, but I don't have the heart, I don't think, to try. If I do, I might try really small.
I might try really small. I might have a small heart to try it. I like the 42 area for just an attempt.
They're definitely not letting it fall. Oh boy. Some volume coming in there. .42's testing.
I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like that should have been strong. Oh, okay. Well,
Now's the moment.
Like it is kind of, I mean, that is a pretty key level for how crazy this thing could get. I'm surprised it's not trying to get a little stronger there.
Let's see. That was pretty big volume stuff, I think.
Yeah. But if I was a smart man, I probably would have longed that 35-60 area. But I'm not a smart man.
Yeah, here's a good SBET bounce. Open bounce into VLCN holding. Holding on by a thread, though.
I think that one's taught me one thing. I'm probably not going to take that.
That's the lesson you've learned. Probably for the best. Probably for the best, Tuohey.
Yeah, the lesson I've learned is no trade.
Yeah, see, I mean, that was the biggest volume candle besides the open right over that 42, and we couldn't break it. Usually a very bearish sign. Yeah. Going to test.
Yeah, there comes the weakness.
Trying to test the lows.
Nice bounce on SBET.
Open little failure there. But I wouldn't say it's dead. BLSK kind of looks dead. When I'd say it's pretty much dead. Lucid pulling back. Let's see if we can give us a higher low. What else we got? Anything noteworthy on scan? Not really, besides those.
No, I'm not seeing a whole lot.
Well, D-Pro, I see a couple people talking about. That was a nice move after hours. Drone news.
Yep. Oh, that's actually a nice little intraday breakout, too. Lucid, a lot of weakness there.
Yeah, don't love that kind of hold 3.
Yeah, that's a little surprising.
Trying to see if that was just the blow off top and that's as high as we could bounce if we're gonna fall now.
It's just such a slow mover. I'm not a huge fan of those, but I mean, I get it. It's just a bigger company.
That's bad. Honestly, I wouldn't mind to see it push green a little. No position there, but D-Pro's a good looking long. It has the weirdest, we talked about this yesterday, it has like the weirdest daily chart ever. Walk up, slam, walk up. Obviously now it's got some good drone news.
And it's a breakout now too. On the daily.
Yeah.
I'm very upset VLCN didn't want to get going more.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I said, I think just shorts maybe already were blown out.
Yeah. To be fair, like look at what happened last time it gapped up this big. What did it do?
Round trip,
drained out.
Complete round trip. The unhalt here is showing 25 on the VLCN.
Oh,
I don't know if that's gonna happen, but holy guacamole, huh?
Crazy if true. BTCS, is that doing anything or no? Just chopping around. Doing what it does best, to be completely fair.
Yeah, lots of chop here. How much time we got? Minute and a half. That's not a big enough bounce for me to want to reshort. At this point, open looks like it's trying to form a higher low, so keep seeing people say MRKR.
Which one?
MRKR. Yeah, it's just kind of straight up. I'll keep an eye on it, but unless we want to chase a trade, it's going to be pretty hard. Nice open, slowly down ticking. Got 20 seconds here.
SBET, honestly, not as big of a bounce as I would have expected. That is pretty weak.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Three, two, one. Oh, into the double halt.
Double halt.
I think I just got alerted on TDTH. Oh, no, just small pop. Lucid, nice higher low. Not super ideal, but not bad either.
Yeah, Lucid, that's a nice little bottom there. Fake $3 break.
Yeah,
Lucid would love to just see this thing walk up all day long, just little by little, slow grind of a trade.
Yeah, wouldn't be the worst thing I've seen.
Not at all.
There we go, Lucid.
Very nice. SBET held that consolidation zone right there.
Yeah, not really a great short anymore.
No, I don't think so either.
Feels too likely to just keep walking up.
Is Ethereum still staying strong right now?
It had a bit of a dump, but it looks like it bounced back pretty aggressively. So it seems like SBET's kind of just following Ethereum. Watching Lucid.
SBET's traded a lot of volume today already. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is a lot of volume for it. 34 million, huh? Two minutes. I'm gonna add some open short under that low. 75 if we get there. And SBET trying to bounce nicely.
Can you imagine if SBET goes green and just trapped all the shorts?
That'd be nuts.
I feel like it's not impossible either. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. SBET, crazy daily chart move, but like there hasn't been one kind of blow off top type of day yet. You know what I mean? Yesterday did have a lot of volume. You're clicking a lot of buttons over there, Monaco.
Yeah, open just hit that low.
Very nice.
Pretty much at this point, I'm just risking this high. I think open can go red. Doesn't have to, but I think it can. It is being bought up again, which is annoying. Usually when they break lows, like I said on SBET, I just want them to go to more lows. You don't want to see them bounce back quickly. That's a bad sign. We got 7 seconds here. I just want to see where VLCN opens.
Yes.
If it does anything crazy.
Oh, opened at 30.
That's nuts.
Yuck.
That is nuts.
Yeah, that one's looking pretty much like toast. That's a bummer. That's really a bummer.
Yeah. That's impossible chart to trade.
Yep.
I made that pretty clear. If you're faint of heart, don't touch that one. Halt down again. It looks like they're just hammering that thing.
Wow, down to 27.
Yeah, fake halt down, but they're just killing it.
I mean, it opened up plus whatever it was, 400, 500%.
Yeah, crazy.
It already made the move. It went from 9 to 60. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's not that shocking, but
it's halting down.
It would have been cool to see it go to 100.
Halting down. MRKR halting up. Again, just kind of one of those, like, you can chase it, but you're gonna burn your hand a little bit, because what are you gonna risk? You're just hoping it keeps going up. There wasn't really a clean risk level on that. SBET's going up. Ethereum's going up. APV a little pop. It's got so much resistance from a couple days ago, though. Open is doing a whole bunch of nothing, which is annoying.
Lucid dipping a little bit there.
There we go, open. Keep cracking for me. Keep cracking. I want to see you go towards red. Brandon says you wouldn't have had a good risk on MRKR if you saw it earlier. Not a chance. I mean, what are you going to risk? Like, I know we're looking at 1 minute candles here, but like, look at a 3 minute candle. Every candle's green. It's just straight up. Another one with no news. You can stab in, you can pray, stab and pray, but I don't think that's a successful long-term strategy. That's my 2 cents. Lucid, a couple higher lows.
Yep, looking nice.
Point, I don't want to see it break below this 294-ish area. Under that, we clearly couldn't hold trend. SBET still can't bounce, though. Interesting stock.
Yeah, I know that. I'm kind of surprised. That looked like a stronger bounce potential there.
And open can't break down, so I'm likely to cut that one soon. Yeah, I just cut open. I don't like that. You know, when they break lows, they should go. This one just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So small winner so far in SBETs, small loser on open, choppy market open. MRKR is the only thing that's gone up. VLCN gave everyone a heart attack. I can't believe the range on this thing is just historic, I feel like. 7 to 59.
Incredibly
We went up 100%. We've gone down 50%. Like, this move is crazy.
Yeah, that is very impressive.
Lucid not giving me the higher lows and higher highs I want.
Me either.
APVE is curling. It's actually got a little momentum. But man, it's just such an uphill battle for this stock. Look at all that.
That's curling a lot more than I would have expected. Wow.
VLCN's open at lows.
Nuts.
That is a crazy stock, dude.
I'll tell you this, if SBET breaks over VWAP here, that could be a fun contender for some afternoon action. If we can get green and start holding.
Man, someone is just hammering this thing. I can't believe it. It's going to try to hold down again. Again, one I wouldn't short ever either because, like, you're just playing with some fire.
A lot of fire.
A lot of fire, man.
You're a pyro if you try to short that thing. Did BTOG hold up at all? No, not at all. No.
Makers unhalted. Again, straight up. I just want to make sure there's no news. Check a couple places.
I don't see any news.
Yeah, the only news I see is, hey, it's halted.
Yeah. It's halted because it has demand.
What's this daily chart look like? Starting to run up into some of that resistance there.
Man, Lucid, I was hoping for a better bounce on that by now.
Tom says there was some news on Maker. They had a partnership.
Oh.
I don't see much news. Not down yet. Just don't see much. Lucid, still technically a higher low, but not making it pretty.
Yeah.
Nothing. Maker's the most exciting, but still
Again,
not.
what do you do with that one, you know?
Exactly. What do you do with it?
SBET looks like they're able to stop it there. That red move might continue down now.
BLCN's holding up.
Hard. What?
So BLCN's holding up now.
Well, hey, you know what? After it falls 50%.
It's crazy. I think it's dead, but for popcorn and entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Where are our lows here? Lucid can't hold that low.
Yeah, that's I'm not loving that.
Yeah, I bet if it goes down at this point, it's going to go down without me.
They didn't want to make that one easy.
Open, still not popping, but I have nothing else on scan either. Where's our friend Wint? Oh lordy, look at Wint.
What?
Look at our friend Wint.
Come on. There we go.
Wint has an honorary place. We talk about it every day. We talk about it every day. But it has an honorary place here.
We're just gonna have to show that chart every morning for fun. One day it's gonna be up 100% again. It probably will be tomorrow.
Lucid trying its best to hold there.
Yeah, if we can just break back through VWAP, we really just need a higher high. I don't think that's too much to ask for.
On Lucid? No. It's just a big company. So move slow. Tommy says, Went, the old saying is you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. I agree. We got a little downtime, so let's talk about Went, right? I was very confident this thing was going to die. Why? Because I've said it every day for the last 3 days. Every time it runs, look, run, die, run, die, run, die, run, die, run, die. How many more times does you got to tell you it's not going to run? They did file an effect a couple days ago, I think somewhere around here, meaning that they can sell a lot of shares, do a lot of dilution. So they just keep popping it. Why? Because, they know somebody's going to buy it. And if somebody buys it, they can sell their shares. They can make some good money. That's pretty much their entire game plan there.
That's all they need.
That's all they need. So, yeah, Went's a total turd. D-Pro broke eyes. This one's traded weird for 2 days straight at this point. Kind of funky action yesterday with this consolidation failure, then curl back. But then it worked the second time, only to squeeze after hours. SBAT's just slowly creeping towards those lows. Open creeping back down. I will consider shorting you again. I just think open can go at least to red, which is like 149. It's gone on a crazy grind up. But we will see, because so far, I'm not eager to short. It's, higher lows.
Anything else? We got anything else on scan here? Oh, you know what? Not really an easy. Oh my gosh, not an easy trade at all. But I was watching a VOR for a 250 break, and I didn't think we would do it all in one day, but that's a nice little recovery there. I'll keep an eye on it for kind of end of day consolidation.
Someone says APV. I got a cough. I'm sorry. APVE might go. It might. The odds, big picture, are really not in my favor here, right? Because you're running straight up into a wall. I don't want to buy a stock that's about to run straight up into a wall. Our popcorn stock of the day, VLCN, is unhalted. It's total garbage. This is no trade, but
I like that. The popcorn stock of the day.
It's the popcorn stock of the day. It's fun to watch. Open, trying huge buyers at 75. Millions of shares. Oh, and we just ate them. I shorted. PLCN. What a funny chart.
It's a funny one. It's a very funny one.
Yeah, it looks like it just failed again. As expected. I mean, I expect it to just die, to be honest. You just gap down like $10 a share. Come on, open. Speed up.
Oh, that is a nice little unwind there.
Low day is 68. So let's see how that one holds. Nice. Keep going. SBET cracking too. Is Ethereum cracking? No, so a bit of a disconnect finally happening between those two. I think our time here is starting to come to an end, Mr. Tuohey.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not really seeing a whole lot else in terms of new opportunity. Oh man, Lucid, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, just stuck in that downtrend. Well, Tuohey, my plan on open, I guess, to finish it out, I'm going to stop over 185 if we get back there, or hopefully we can go all the way down to red-green, and that's where I'm going to look to cover just to finish my full circle. SBET is going for low a day. And let's talk about TradeFunder.
Indeed. Matt, why don't you start us off today?
I got to grab our TradeFunder link to share with everybody. One sec. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a big link on your screen the entire time for TradeFunder. If you've been here before, you know how this works. TradeFunder is a new opportunity, not just for us, really the entire United States kind of marketplace, because in the past, if you wanted to go out there and get a funded account, you'd have to take something like a Series 7 exam. You'd have to go out there, get licensed, all of those things, which are incredibly difficult to do. They've made that very, very simple for us just to get in front of all of that. And what they've allowed us to do here is instead, you can go over here in 90 seconds. You can get started here with a TradeFunder account and get funded, meaning you can start trading with their money they will go up there. And as you click this link, all right, you should see it on your screen. I've dropped it in the chats. Over here, to get started with the TradeFunder account, it's very simple. Obviously, they want you to put up a little bit of capital to be able to risk. But instead of going out there and, say, getting fully, putting $5,000, $10,000 in trading accounts to then have to go over there and, you could lose all of your $10,000 on trades if you're trading incorrectly. With TradeFunder, they put in some stop loss protection for you. So that way your downside's limited, but your upside is still, as we know with trading, the upside is pretty much infinite. So what does that mean? So with an $800 investment to get started with the TradeFunder accounts, you'll be able to get a $25,000 account, which gets you over the pattern day trader rule. It also will then allow you to get in more leverage. And as we know, with more of those trades, more money, you do have the opportunity in turn to make more money and lose it. So with that said, there are some good risk management processes that they have in place, and they have them in place in order for your benefit. Basically, they have a daily drawdown max limit of $1,000 already, right? So if you open the account, let's say you go over there, you just lose $1,000. To be honest, you already came out ahead. All right. They don't want you to do that. You shouldn't do that. You should be a real trader and you should manage your risk correctly. But your total all in was $899 with the platform fee, and you already lost more money than you invested. So your downside is capped and limited in that regard. Next, all right, they do have a max drawdown, which is on the account overall. So say you have 10 days in a row, you lose $300. On the last day, you lose, say, $750. Right. Well, at that point, you've breached the maximum drawdown. At that point, they also will close your accounts. All right. I don't want to make this sound like a bad thing. No, the way to look at it is you're in for $800. You've lost $3,700 before they cut you off. Now, the question is, why would they do this? Well, because the upside here for them is they want traders to become successful. This is just your starter accounts. Over time, you build up, you grow bigger accounts, and they get a small percentage of your profits. So one successful, great trader out there who's making, say, $50,000 a month, right? They're able to get a small piece of that profit as well. And obviously they want to continue to grow you as a trader. So that way you get more and more and more of that money. All right. So over here on TradeFunder, that's what we've been trading with today. I've made a couple trades in TradeFunder today. I know Bryce has too. Marcel, I see you're back here with some questions. Could you lose $1,000 in a day? Marcel, the way it works is when you lose $1,000, that is when they shut you off. They get you out of your positions and they close your account, right? You shouldn't do that, right? That's not the point of using a TradeFunder account. The point is maybe you risk $200 or $300 on trade. That gives you a couple trades every day. Hopefully you don't lose them all, right? And then over time, you can grow that account and continue to see those profits grow. So if you go to TradeFunder's website, you'll see that the price for that is $14.99. Still a steal if you ask my opinion, especially with that max drawdown. But today, thanks to a great partnership here with Stocks to Trade, we're able to get it just $800 and then the platform fee, which really makes it even more of a dead brain decision, in my opinion. Moneymaker with some questions saying, can you hold overnight? This is a day trading account, so no overnight swings. You can trade pre-market. You basically from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. So you got 12 hours of trading. That's more than enough time.
Is it true that the max payout amount is unlimited? The question was, is it true that max payout per user is 15K? The max payout amount is unlimited, as it says right there.
Yep. If you go out there, you make $100,000, that is your payout. Obviously, TradeFunder gets their little split of their the profits there. But yeah, they've got traders with TradeFunder who have $1 million accounts who go out there and trade it. The question you get all the time is, well, why wouldn't you use your own money? Well, I mean, you could. Do you want to risk your own money? Because using a TradeFunder account, it allows you not to have to deal with, oh my goodness, I've lost all of my money, right? The example I give all the time is if you open a $5,000 account, right, and you blow it up, you lose all your money, you're out $5,000. You had one shot, you're done. All right. But with the TradeFunder accounts, you could go out there and maybe you make a mistake. You're learning, right? Account 2, you decide to open up another account. They'll let you open up a second one if you make some mistakes. Then you get another try. You can even get a third try. All right. Now, they don't want people going out here just YOLOing. All right. This is trading. It's a business. It's not for fun. All right. It's not to get rich quick. It's over to grow out there and grow your trading and really just accelerate you. All right. Bryce and I tell the stories all the time. It took me 2 years to get above the pattern day trader rule. And if you're telling me I was just above the pattern day trader rule, the question is, how much more money could I have made? And it's a big question mark. I don't know. The fact is, it took me a long time to get above the pattern day trader rule and definitely was frustrating. Vin says, will TradeFunder help avoid taxes? You got to pay taxes no matter what, Vin. I'm not sure. There's no secret.
By the way, if you ever find something that helps you avoid taxes, you probably should turn the other way because that will end you up behind bars.
Yes, definitely not. You can't avoid taxes. I'm not sure how else to say that one. Let's see other questions out there. Do they have a phone app? I believe they do have a phone app. They also have a desktop platform and a web platform. My web platform's right here. And on this TradeFunder account, I've got 4 charts up. I can decide to see the time in sales. I can see the trade panel. I can buy and sell stocks immediately on there. Very, very, very simple platform to use. Philip says, can you open an account with an LLC? I'm not going to say confidently yes, because I don't know, but I don't see why you can't. If you want to run over here, fill out that platform and ask them, or just shoot them a quick email at support. They definitely will be able to assist and help you out. Pat says, I live in Canada, so no pattern day trader. Well, for the 300 million people in America, this is a blessing. I think that's all the questions we've got today. Bryce, anything else to say? Oh, wait, Tom's got one saying, if I open it with a credit card, where do they send the payout? I'm assuming I have to link to a bank account. That would be correct. You can sign up just using a credit card. Very simple. As we've seen, it literally takes less than a minute if you're fast at typing. 90 seconds, I'd say, if you're slow, to then fill out that information.
For anything like me and Matt, it might take 89 seconds or so. We're on the slower end.
Yeah. Michael says, any idea how long the promotion will last? I've got no hey, this is ending. It could just end any day. They can message me. So it's available now. I wouldn't hesitate to wait. I can tell you tomorrow I do plan to be here and trade live with you guys again. So tomorrow I think we should be good to go. But after you fill out the form, it does take usually, a day. You got to sign, your agreement saying hey, this is the terms I agree to, which are very clearly outlined on the page. There's no surprises here. And then you open your accounts, maybe a day to get a little accustomed to it, feel good about it. And then, it's time to go.
Hell yeah.
Gene says, I need some help. Gene, there's some tutorial videos I do recommend you watch. And also, when you're getting set up, don't hesitate to reach out to TradeFunder support. They're very quick at answering. I can definitely help you out with any of those questions regarding the accounts. Cool. Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple.
V says, by joining TradeFunder, will I get your phone numbers to call you and ask you for your picks every day? No, better yet, you'll get our YouTube live so you can come and ask for our picks every single day. Where you can actually see our faces, see our screens.
Yeah. As Bryce says, that's potentially even better.
I would say it is even better. Yeah, guys, we'll be doing this every single day. Michael says, can we trade small at first with TradeFunder? You probably should trade small at first with TradeFunder. Just because you can risk $1,000 doesn't mean you should risk $1,000. Go out there and trade smart. Do it the right way, right? Again, before we end it here, when I first got started trading the right way, at first I bled out my $2,000 account 4 times over for the first 2 years. But when I finally decided that I was going to take this seriously, do it the right way, I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to take $2 wins at a time, prove that I can do it the right way. Now, if I could have done that with $50 wins or $100 wins, I would have preferred that, but my account was just too small. This is a really great opportunity to do something like that, where instead of going in, on a $2,000 account risking $2 or $3, on a $25,000 account, a trader could go and risk $25, $50, whatever you're comfortable with, to get that practice in, get in the reps. We're trading live every day. Wins and losses happen. So learn how to properly lose with small size. You'd be really shocked. Matt, tell me, are your best days when you trade with big size or small size?
Small size every time.
Small size for
every
the prime.
time. I always make more money than I think.
I traded with bigger size than I should have today, and I didn't do so hot. Whenever I trade with small size, it's consistent. It's good. Get that feeling down, whatever that means to you. So that's all I got. That's my words of wisdom there. The link is in the description. It's also in the chat. It's also right on your screen. It's literally that big blue button. Go and click on it. For those of you guys that are under PDT, for those of you guys that are having small accounts or want to be able to de-risk where you're currently at right now, you don't want to be risking all of your money into a trade, this is the spot to be. And again, we're here live every day helping you guys do this.
Absolutely. Long story short, We all know trading has a barrier to entry. This just makes it a lot smaller, much simpler to get started. And I would encourage everyone to go check it out. All right. So just go click the link, review, see if it's a good fit for you. If it's not, keep doing what you're doing. But I know a lot of traders who this has definitely helped them accelerate their journey, accelerate their profits. So very, very excited to share that opportunity with you. Can't wait to see what you guys do with it.
Walkabout, since signed up yesterday, it's great. Love that. Love that.
Love it, Walkabout. All right, everybody, that's all we got today. Appreciate you hopping on, and we will see you soon.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.